It's 4:30. Good morning. I'm Chris Eggers.
I'm Megan Newquist. We begin with breaking news in Brooklyn Center. The city is under a curfew until 6 o'clock this morning, and the National Guard has been mobilized. This follows civil unrest after police fatally shot a driver during a traffic stop Sunday afternoon.
So overnight, looters targeted stores around the Twin Cities, including dozens of stores around Brooklyn Center's Shingle Creek Shopping Center. Not far from there, a large group of demonstrators outside the Brooklyn Center Police Department was met with flashbangs and tear gas by police. Department of Public Safety Commissioner John Harrington said during an overnight news conference that Operation Safety Net was deployed to help to manage the crowds.
We saw rocks and other objects thrown at the police department. There were reports of shots fired in the area of the police department.
Now, crowds started gathering around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon in response to a deadly police shooting. Brooklyn Center police say it started as a traffic stop in the area of 63rd Avenue North and Orchard Avenue. They say that the driver did have an outstanding warrant. Police say they were trying to take him into custody when he re-entered his vehicle. An officer fired, hitting the driver. He died at the scene. The victim's mother tells us that she was on the phone with her son just before he was shot.
And I heard scuffling, and I heard the police officer say, "Duante, don't run." And then the other officer said, "Put the phone down," and hung it up. And then a minute later, I called, and his girlfriend answered, which was the passenger in the car, and said that he'd been shot. And she put it on the driver's side, and my son was laying there lifeless.
That was Katie Wright. She said that her son's name, as you heard, is Duante. She also said that the passenger in the car, again, his girlfriend, Katie is her name. She tells us Katie was not shot and is going to be okay.
Now, according to Brooklyn Center police investigators, they believe that both the body cams and the dash cams were recording in the incident. The BCA is now taking over the investigation. Governor Walz is anticipated to hold a news conference this morning in response to the overnight protests, according to his office. No specific time for that's been given. Walz did not make a statement about Sunday's deadly officer-involved shooting until around 10 o'clock last night. He tweeted, quote, "I'm closely monitoring the situation in Brooklyn Center. Gwen and I are praying for Duante Wright's family as our state mourns another life of a black man taken by law enforcement." The governor's office says they are working closely with the Department of Public Safety on how the state can help. Time for this morning's news conference has not yet been set.
Now, all Brooklyn Center community schools will be moving to distance learning today. That includes students in elementary through 12th grade. The superintendent announced the change late last night, citing the safety of students and staff in light of the officer-involved shooting and the protests. All school buildings will be closed for the day, and all after-school activities are canceled. Metro Transit has stopped service at the Brooklyn Center Transit Center until further notice. They put it on pause on buses around 10:15 or so last night at the request of local law enforcement. It's not clear at this point when service will resume. Now, we will continue to monitor this developing situation and be sure to bring you any updates right here on air at KSTP.com and with our free KSTP mobile app. We've got our reporters live in Brooklyn Center, and we'll be checking in with them throughout the morning as well.
And in Brooklyn Park, police there have confirmed that somebody fired shots at their department building around 8 o'clock last night. They say somebody shot at the doors to the lobby, shattering the glass.